This is a Fox 13 News special presentation, The Gift of Hope.
Hello and happy holidays, everyone. I'm Kelly Chapman. Thank you for joining me tonight for a very special half hour. I'm excited to share stories about those who've given and received the greatest gift of all, the gift of life through organ donation. Since 2015, you've seen the journey people have taken through organ donation in a series we call The Gift of Hope. And tonight, we're taking a look back at inspiring people we've met along the way. We begin with back-to-back stories. The first about two former strangers who now share an unbreakable bond. Then a young man who's teaching others about the gift of hope. And finally, a woman who can't wait to meet you face to face to ask you a very important question.
I love Robin.
Some bonds run deeper than others.
She, transmits this beautiful, amazing vibe.
For Robin and Lyneth, their friendship forming over a life and death matter.
I call her my angel. She will always be my angel.
Two women going through an experience that was truly life-changing for once complete strangers.
You can't change the whole world, but I thought I can change one person's world, and that's enough.
For Robin Maudlin, that's not just a motto, but words to live by.
Why would I not want to help somebody else?
Robin became what is known as a living donor.
The transplant center called me, and I get to donate my kidney.
Undergoing surgery to give her functioning kidney to somebody waiting in need of the organ. In this case, Lyneth was the lucky recipient. Born with a congenital disorder that required surgery on her stomach and bladder at 5 years old, with a lifetime of problems to follow, Lyneth suffered infections and compromised kidneys that were only getting weaker with time.
Years way back, they even told me you're going to end up in dialysis.
November 2018, Lyneth began dialysis, along with a warning from doctors.
You're, playing with your life here.
Immediately being placed on the transplant list and hoping for a donor match.
I was praying for a kidney.
People can sometimes wait years on organ donation wait lists, some even passing before a donor comes through. For Lyneth, only 3 weeks of a wait before being told her kidney was found.
Oh my God, I was crying.
I just got the phone call and they have a recipient match.
The pair underwent the organ removal and transplant surgery this summer. While Lyneth received a second chance at life, Robin says donation gave her the meaning of life.
Patience, slowing down, getting help and love from others. I learned all these again, and I learned how to take care of myself, appreciate, those around me, and appreciate life.
And when the women met for the first time,
seeing the person that actually saved your life, saved my life. I think thank you is not enough.
It was just a simple thank you, all that was needed.
And it was wonderful.
To create this everlasting gift of hope.
Do you see this beautiful face? She saved my life.
Taking on neighborhoods.
Yeah, let's see this house.
Door to door.
Hi, my name is George Little.
14-year-old George is on a mission.
Are you an organ donor on your driver's license?
Promoting a powerful message.
Hey, here's a thing on organ donation.
That's more than just an Eagle project for this scout.
That relates to me so much.
To understand that deep connection traces back to before George was even born.
So we went in for my 20-week ultrasound, and the ultrasound tech was doing the ultrasound and had the radiologist come in and said, there's something wrong with his heart. The cardiologist told us that he had what's called hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which means that he only had half of a heart and he had the weaker side of his heart.
Ashley and Spencer Little were fully aware of the grave diagnosis, knowing their little baby boy was in for life confined to a hospital and multiple surgeries.
As pretty much what that does is just buy him time to get a heart transplant, which is the end result mostly for these hypoplastic kids.
And time was of the essence. After 2 open heart surgeries and spending his first birthday in the hospital, George was growing weaker by the day.
Because before, things weren't very positive. Things were looking really down.
Then, at 13 months old, in heart failure, baby George would get an opportunity of and for a lifetime.
The doctor came in and was talking to us and asking us some questions. And then he realized that, oh, we didn't know yet. And then he's like, oh, well, I guess I'm the one that's supposed to tell you. And there's a heart available, and we're preparing him for a heart transplant.
From Kansas City, Missouri, George's new heart made its way to Utah, an organ donation that George battled for.
There was no putting him down. He was always fighting, and he was always trying to stay.
The transplant surgery a success, giving George a life now that has no physical limitations.
It obviously saved my son's life, and we wouldn't have him here without it.
And here he is, years later promoting organ donation and asking people on an individual basis if they are a registered organ donor.
Okay. That's awesome.
Okay.
Okay, see ya.
An Eagle project George can soar with, all because of the gift of hope. From a very young age.
When I was 16 and in high school, I went to pass a physical to play a sport, and I couldn't pass it.
Katie Powell Velasco was forced into dealing with a serious health issue.
I remember being terrified.
Doctors quickly identifying the problem.
Nephrologist and said that I had too much protein in my urine.
Kidney disease with no easy cure.
My kidneys were slowly failing, and that eventually I would either need a transplant or the alternative, which is death.
Katie immediately began hypertension medication to slow down the process of her deteriorating kidneys, which worked for a while, but after getting married, making it through a high-risk pregnancy, and several years on medication, her treatment plan changed.
And they told me, you need to come and have a fistula put in your arm so that you can start dialysis as soon as possible.
For 2 years, Katie went to the dialysis center every day for treatment.
Dialysis was lonely, it was painful, it was scary.
Before receiving a kidney donated from a living donor who saw how dire the need was.
They knew how sick I was. They knew I was going to die.
It was Katie's sister who donated and saved her life.
Something that I think about every day, and I'm grateful for every day. Every day.
Now, in her own way to pay it forward, Katie is behind the counter at the driver license division, asking the public each day what she's instructed to do by her supervisor.
Do you wish to be an organ donor?
Those 8 words the DMV has posed to customers take on a greater meaning for Katie and add some insight into the power of that question.
I educate people when they have questions. I will always tell them, the only reason I'm alive is because someone was willing to donate. The only reason I get to be a mom, the only reason I get to be a sister, a daughter, is because someone donated.
A story Katie can pass on to advocate for organ donation, all because of the gift of hope.
You can literally save someone's life.
In this season of giving, I hope you'll think about signing up to become an organ donor if you haven't already. To find answers to some questions about how organ donation works and to become a registered donor, visit our website, fox13now.com. Still to come, a story about the gift of hope has come full circle for one Utah family. And a little bit later in the show, a look at services available for donors and recipients and how they can connect.
Surprise! A new Buick? For me?
To James from James. That's just what I wanted.
Is this a new Buick?
I Secret Santed myself.
I shouldn't have. I have been very good this year. I love it. I love it.
Don't forget you this holiday season. Get an SUV from Buick. Current eligible lessees get this low mileage lease on this 2019 Buick Encore for around $241 per month.
See your Utah Buick dealers.
By the handful, the fistful, and the cheekful. That's the joy of bottomless steak fries at Red Robin. Basket after basketful.
Red Robin. Yum.
I did some early shopping this year. One for you, one for me.
I love it. I got us a little something too.
Yeah?
Yep. One for you and one for me.
I love it.
Oh, actually, that was supposed to be for me.
I love it.
And I love that you love it.
I love it.
I like red.
Current eligible non-GM lessees get this low mileage lease on this all-wheel drive Terrain SLE for around $259 per month. We are professional grade GMC.
Fox 13's Dream Team is about making life easier for deserving people.
Your mortgage has been paid in full.
Powered by Mountain America Credit Union, with support from Woodside Homes and Smith's Food and Drug.
Can I buy your groceries?
Can I hug you?
Absolutely.
Each month on Good Day Utah, we'll share the stories of wonderful people in our community.
Welcome home. It doesn't even look like the same place. This is crazy.
Nominate a deserving person you know at fox13now.com.
I feel like crying.
The best dream I could hope for.
Hey, Salt Lake City area.
Get online at littlecaesars.com and create your favorite 3-topping pizza for just $6.99. Then get it delivered or use our heated pizza portal pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
What a month! Clearance pricing on thousands of new Hondas at your Utah Honda dealers is almost over. This is your last chance to get clearance pricing on all 2019 Hondas. All Civics are on clearance. 2019 Civic LX, only $189 a month. The final 2019 Accords are going fast. Clearance priced at only $249 a month. And no payments for 90 days on your favorite new Hondas at your Utah Honda dealers. Click UtahHondaDealers.com.
You're watching a Fox 13 News special presentation, The Gift of Hope.
Thanks again for joining us. Not everyone wants to be an organ donor, and the reasons why vary. Some are cultural. Our next story is about a family from the Four Corners area who had to contemplate their traditions when they were offered the gift of hope.
The Poyer Jones family is deep-rooted in culture.
We are Native American, Diné tribe from the Four Corners.
With strong beliefs and ties to their history.
It's told from them that things that we do with our traditional world and the white people world put together, we have to balance that life out.
So when Sharina and Lyle noticed something wasn't right with their newborn daughter, Lainila,
I noticed her belly button would stick out where I could poke it in and out. And every time I would lay her flat, she would have that gasping.
The couple pulled together and put promise in their Native American heritage.
We had to do some ceremonies, which is a beauty way blessing. They call it Hojonje, and that's just to carry on and move forward and be strong and to think positive.
With high spirits, the family made the journey to Primary Children's Hospital in Salt Lake City, where their intuitions were confirmed.
It was her liver failing with fluids going into her spleen that when we laid her down, she couldn't breathe.
Their baby was in complete liver failure, too sick to leave constant medical care.
We were here for about 13 months.
And placed on the transplant list at 4 months old, a weight that showed visible side effects.
She had very yellow eyes. She had dark skin.
Little Lainila hung on for 4 months before a match was found.
We were told all the time, this is our miracle baby. It just brought us strength and that gave us hope.
And despite traditional ideas of their culture of not taking or giving organs, the family agreed to the liver transplant made possible by a donor who was just 18 months old.
To this day, we always keep that family in our prayers.
The surgery gave Lainila a second and only chance at life, along with a new perspective in her parents' life.
It opened up our heart, our mind.
Showing the power of organ donation.
I'm a donor. I was against it. It was against our tradition.
All in honor of the gift of hope.
It's okay, donate an organ, save a life.
It's like you got a butterfly on your shirt and on your tummy.
It's her Wonder Woman scar.
When we think about organ donation, we might wonder what it's like to receive or make the choice to give. But a few people like Julie Newberger have experienced the full circle of the gift of hope.
It's been said that it's better to give than receive. But for most of us, that lesson isn't taught with life and death like it was for Julie Newberger.
None of us have like the perfect life sometimes.
Through a bright smile, Julie has had some very dim times.
I was sick a lot.
In her 8th grade year, she was so ill with mono, the effects were lasting, causing such severe kidney damage.
They gave me certain medications to try to counteract my the renal disease.
That by the time she was 17, Julie was facing a health crisis.
My senior year in high school, I had to go on dialysis.
Trying to maintain as normal a life as possible.
I had to work, so I worked, I went to high school, and then I went to dialysis 3 days a week.
Julie endured her medical diagnosis and treatment for 6 months before receiving a kidney transplant for the first time, giving her the chance to graduate, get married, and give birth to a daughter. Nearly 20 years of life that was about to get challenged once again.
5 years after I had my daughter, my kidney started failing again.
But as fate would have it, Julie would be saved.
So I was lucky to have 2 gifts given to me.
Another kidney transplant, enabling her to live the life she created with her husband Christopher and children until 11 months ago.
My husband passed away in December.
At 52 years old, Christopher passed away from complications of sudden cardiac arrest, leaving his family in shock and in the position to give a gift that Julie once received.
When the organ donation team came to me and asked the family if we wanted to donate his organs, I said absolutely.
For the Newbergers, the decision was an easy one to make.
I wanted him to go on with other people. I wanted him to save a life like people saved my life.
Putting Julie, for the first time,
it's almost more rewarding to be the giving side of it.
On the other side of organ donation.
You need to talk about it. You need to be educated on it. There's a lot of people who need organs. And if you can have your loved one be a superhero, then that would be amazing.
And learning the greatest lesson in giving, all because of the gift of hope.
I can't even tell you the feeling that is to know that somebody is happy and healthy because of Christopher.
Still to come, a look at how organ donors and recipients connect, and your weather forecast coming up right after the break.
On Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer, and Vixen! That kind of worked out.
On the next Modern Family, tonight at 10:05 on Fox 13.
When the night falls, my lonely heart calls.
Oh, my heart is beating so fast.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so romantic.
Jenna Dewan hosts Flirty Dancing this December on Fox.
At Chevy, we're all about bringing families together.
This time of year, that's really important.
That's why our Chevy employee discount is now available to everyone.
The Chevy price you pay is what we pay.
Not a cent more. Family is important to us.
So happy holidays.
And welcome to the family.
The Chevy family.
Use your Chevy employee discount for everyone to get a total value of over $11,800 on this Silverado All-Star.
See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
This holiday, it's easy to give everyone fresh gifts with Smith's delivery and free pickup. Smith's wishes everyone the freshest holiday season.
The holidays aren't over just yet, not while RC Willey's After Christmas sale is going on. Come in today and see all of our incredible deals.
Thursday and Friday, hurry in and take advantage of incredible savings in every department. This sofa is only $4.99. This bedroom set is $6.99. And this dining set is only $5.49. This Whirlpool washer is $4.69, and there's much more. Enjoy store-wide savings Thursday and Friday during our After Christmas sale. RC Willey, your home, your way.
You gotta be proud of what you do. You gotta be detailed, element by element.
I've been trained to notice things that most human eyes don't see.
I feel like I put my soul into the cars.
Your work ethic, the product you provide, reflects on your name.
We sign off.
We sign off so you can sign on.
The Sign Then Drive event is on. Lease a new 2019 Jetta. 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month, and 0 due at signing.
Well, good evening. I'm meteorologist Tina Friedman with a wrap up on your holiday forecast here. Looking outside now, we've just had some low clouds and a little bit of snow shower activity throughout the evening, so the roadways are slick, so do be careful out there. We still have a winter weather advisory. That's mostly for our high elevation areas, and that goes until about 11 o'clock tonight. But most of our winter weather is mostly affecting the higher elevations as far as heavier snow goes, but we've got some lighter snow bands moving into northern Utah now. So let's zoom on in on this because we've had some heavier snow move through Salt Lake earlier, and now it's getting up into Weber County and Davis County as well. So just some on and off snow showers there, but not expecting much in the way of accumulation. So it should just be kind of snow flurry and snow shower activity for about the next couple of hours here. Southern Utah, things are starting to dry out a little bit, mostly cloud cover and just some light flurries around into Beaver and Cedar City, and still some light rain being reported in St. George. The next big system is off the coast of California, but most of this going to brush just to the south of us. However, this other piece, as it jettisons out of here tomorrow, will still give us a little bit of a kickback of some flurries tomorrow. Our forecast today showed that we had a lot of snow, and some of us had a beautiful white Christmas, so we had this great photo. And then Michelle took this photo of at Snowbird today, this guy deep in the powder snow. So lots of fun for everybody. And some of us had a white Christmas and some of us just had a wet Christmas, especially in southern Utah. 34 degrees right now in Salt Lake with just a few light snow flurries around, 32 in Park City, and 37 with some light rain in St. George, 21 in Bryce Canyon and Panguitch. You got a few inches of snow there on those red rocks. We've got a snow total down by Bryce Canyon near about 3 to 4 inches. Escalante, the big winner at 8 inches here. Goblin Valley 6 inches, and Suncrest, some of our bench areas around 2 to 5 inches of snow. Most of our city locations, though, it was mostly just wet, and we got about that 1 to 3 inch range, which is what we thought would happen. So not a huge storm for Christmas. Our ski areas, though, mainly between 5 and 10 inches of fabulous powdery snow. It's still snowing up there now, so tomorrow should still have a couple more new inches of snow on the ground. Solitude at 3 inches, and Snowbird, snow total around 10 inches of snow when you factor in that 48-hour time period. Our moisture trackers, we show you what's happening and what's been happening. We've got this big, broad area of low pressure. And what happens with something like this is it just kind of moves slowly. And when that does that, you have this unsettled weather pattern and these on and off kind of snow showers that just don't seem to let up. You get a few hours off, a few hours on, and that's been the case. But as this gets out of here by Friday and Saturday, we start to open the gates to some much colder Arctic air. So it's definitely going to cool off for the weekend morning. So do be aware of that. For tonight, though, just some snow showers. Temperatures in the 20s in Salt Lake, 27 here, 31 in St. George with continued on and off rain showers. And then tomorrow afternoon, mostly cloudy, and we'll still have a little bit of flurry activity. We're not putting accumulations on this, so if it does snow on you, it should be light amounts. However, it can reduce the visibility quickly, so do be aware of that. 40 in Provo tomorrow, 39 in Kanab. So in our 7-day forecast, St. George, temperatures around 45 to 50 here, and mostly dry weather. And then in northern Utah, we do have a little bit of that snow in the forecast for tomorrow, and then again we've got another shot at snow into the weekend.
I'm still here, or there from your perspective, for anything you need financially. I'm always there. Here. I'm always there.
Some things just can't last forever, like the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event. It's your last chance to get an amazing offer on select Ford models. Get 20% estimated savings, complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards, and $1,000 trade assist cash on Ranger. Some things just can't last forever, like the final days of the Built for the Holidays sales event. It's your last chance to get an amazing offer on select Ford models. Get 20% estimated savings, complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards, and $1,000 trade assist cash through January 2nd.
When a trucking company puts unsafe drivers on the road and it results in a crash, we'll fight to hold the company responsible. Why? Because at Feller & Witt, we right wrongs. We're experienced trial lawyers that won't be outworked. Our results prove it. Call us or visit FellerWitt.com. We'll answer your questions for free. In fact, you never pay. Those responsible will. If you need to hold a trucking company accountable, call Feller & Witt. Our family, protecting yours.
Nobody wants high car prices. Nobody needs big payments. And nobody likes to be told no. Get what you want at Larry H. Miller dealerships. You want low prices, low interest rates, no money down. You want to hear yes. Come in, see our huge selection. Find the answer you've been looking for. Test drive a car now. Larry dealerships. Online at LHMauto.com. Driven by you.
It's spelled out loud and clear. Washington gridlock's costing us in sky-high drug prices. So Ben McAdams worked with both parties and passed a bill to stop price gouging and let Medicare negotiate lower prescription prices for all Americans. The AARP said Ben's plan will help lower drug prices and out-of-pocket costs. Ben McAdams knows you have to work together to get things done. Thank him for working to lower drug prices.
The holidays are just around the corner. And that means Hyundai holidays are here. With savings so big, finding the right gift is easy. How to wrap it? That's another story. Hyundai holidays. The longer you look, the more there is to like.
Get 0% APR on the Tucson or Santa Fe, or $3,750 in savings on the Tucson. Only at your Utah Hyundai dealer.
Regardless of your stage in life or when you need financial help, Granite is always there. So I guess you could say I'm always there, so you can make life happen.
Weather Watch is brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today. Shop ChooseNissan.com. You're watching a Fox 13 News special presentation, The Gift of Hope.
And thank you for watching tonight. In our Gift of Hope series, we feature people in their organ donation and transplant journey. Here's a look now into the group that makes it all possible and the services they provide.
In the darkest of times,
it's a very difficult conversation for some families to have.
Donor Family Services, directed by David Robles with Donor Connect, is with families when life for their loved one is no longer viable, but saving another person's life is.
I feel like my team's job, the family support coordinators, when they go on site, it's to be empathetic and understanding of the family, and at least let them know that it's an option.
That option being organ, eye, and tissue donation, a decision that changes the course of a person in waiting on an organ transplant list.
The decision that their loved one made and that they made has really helped people continue living and enhance their life.
Donor Connect is the liaison between patients while working with hospitals to make an organ match, surgery, and then continued support immediately and long after a successful transplant.
The purpose of Donor Family Services is to provide follow-up for donor families.
And the resources are vast.
We provide follow-up resources like support groups, bereavement information. We're there to explain the recovery process. We have a writing program for donor families to write to recipients.
Standing at the Celebration of Life Monument in Salt Lake City,
the monument was originally built in 2003.
Jesse Robinson marvels.
So it's these beautiful 20 glass panels.
At its significance,
the purpose of it is to honor organ, eye, tissue, living, and whole body donors.
And sacrifice.
We engrave about 500 to 600 names on every single year.
Robinson works with families who have been through the process of organ donation, often using the memorial as a place of solace and security.
To know that they have a place that their loved one's being honored and that it's a community here.
An extension of the Donor Family Service support staff, honoring lives lost and those still alive, all because of the gift of hope.
It's not just about this, recovering organs. It's we care about these families, every single one of them.
Thank you for watching our Gift of Hope special. Perhaps now you'll consider giving the gift of hope. If you would like to learn more about organ donation and become a registered donor, go to our website, fox13now.com. I'm Kelly Chapman. Happy holidays. Fox 13's QuickCast is up next.